Hi guys, it's me, it's your more girl, and just want to come to you say good morning today, and today is my birthday. But even though it's my birthday, I wanted to do my tour. A lot of you guys has asked me about doing a bedroom tour of my DIY, and it's a very small room. Okay, this is not how you make your bed, more girl. It ain't that type of tour. Okay, but it is on some of the DIYs I've been doing. So I just want to show you some of my DIYs, and it took long because I wanted to do my last DIY, which was my cornice. I did this beautiful acrylic cornice. It wasn't too expensive, but you know, anything that's plexiglass is going to cost you some money, and I have been wanting to do this. It's really different. It's not your average cornice that goes on your window treatment. It's a little different, so just be open mind to my sometimes my designs may not be yours, but it's mine, and that's all that matters, is being, you know, creative in your space and loving the space that you're in. Okay, so I'm going to show you the things I have done to my room. Again, it's a small room, but it's a pretty cool space. Okay, let's get started. Guys, here you go. So this is as I come into my room. Like I said, it's not a really big space. And this is just to show you, this comes from my bathroom as I go around. I figure I'll give you an overall look and it will make better sense to you. Okay. And then I'm backing up in my bathroom so you can get the sense of how everything is placed. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna first do the it's not the first DIY, but I'm gonna break it up in sections what I've done. This is my beauty area, and what I did with my beauty area as I was to separate this with these beads. These beads I got from shopwildthings.com, and this is how they're hung. These are the same beads they use with Dancing on the Stars. Okay, so this is my area here for my beauty area. I don't need a whole beauty room. Um, it's not that serious for me. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I used to, and most of my makeup, as you can see, is cleared out. Now, when I did this DIY, I used the Alex shelves here, but with my Alex shelves, I used to pull knobs. I thought it just gave it just like a finished look, and I actually drilled through and measured each one when I did it. And again, this is the DIY of the table. I did the resin art. The first table was a vinyl leather material, but what I did by mistake was I put like a gloss on it, and it was very tacky and sticky. It never dried, so I had to redo this all over again, but I kind of like this better. My stool here, I kept my stool. I had this stool for over 15 years. I didn't want a chair because I didn't want anything protruding out. And this stool actually was like a bronze, and I sprayed it a black lacquer. And I just got some material from Hobby Lobby for a couple dollars, and high gloss black lacquer, and sprayed it. And I took the cushions off. I'm always kind of person. I'm not going to wrap my cushions around this stuff. I'm going to take my cushions apart, do it, and then put everything back. I want my look to look professional. Okay, over here is my just a couple shelves I did just to, you know, so I can grab my couple little perfumes and my makeup brushes. I got this shelf from Home Goods. It was probably about, I would say, $16.99. I'm not quite sure. And I got these two frames, and I just put sayings on them. I printed them up with my computer, just so inspirational sayings. Still Like Air, I Rise by Dr. Maya Angelou. Another thing I did was my U lights. I hung it. Now this is plugged in. This is not going in a wall. I just attached it, had it up, and plugged it in. This light came from Home Depot, and this light was $59.99. And then I did my Sephora art, which I have a DIY on that. I had bought some lipsticks, and I thought, you know what, this is just a cute brand packaging. And in school, we did a lot of packaging design. So I figured, let me just kind of bling it out. And I think it's cute, especially when I move my beads, like you can see it sparkle. And this was just a simple DIY. Add some beads to it. Use the inner liner as the background. I already had this shadow box that was just sitting in the corner and just a cute little bag. So I figured it'll make its own wall art. My initials here that are lit up. No, guys, my name is not really More Girl. So I just got these things that light up from Home Goods. Now, another thing is this beauty desk. This beauty desk of all my projects cost the most money. This was not cheap to do. Even though the table itself was a dumpster dive, even with the resin, it ended up costing. And plus, I did a project before that. And of course, we know how much these olive shelves cost. They're not cheap. This was probably the cheapest, was spending $2 on material for a stool that I already have. Now, my vanity. I know a lot of you guys, when you did your vanity, and I noticed that because I researched every last one. And when you did your vanity, like the box, I noticed behind the box, it was empty. And, you know, and I kept thinking of in school, negative space, like what can I utilize that space for? So again, I used the pulls and I got a medicine cabinet. So with the medicine cabinet, guys, this way you have your mirrors here. I mirrored the inside. I tried to do a DIY since it was done last year. I'm not sure I have enough footage to show it. I will check to see if I still have enough short footage, but I'm not sure. So let me go back. So this is the inside of the beauty vanity. Okay, in this way, look at all this space that's being utilized. I have my mirrors. I mirrored the back. I mirrored the top. I mirrored this shelf, each shelf back to back. I went to Lowe's and got the mirrors. And this is why this costs so much money. But I figured like with here, you know, you can add all your facial stuff. You know, where your other desks, you can add your makeup. And some things you just don't want to see it. And that way you can just, you know, close it up. Nobody wants to really display their facial makeup. Okay, so this is my area here. Again, my beads here. I just hung up with 2 hooks and they're very light. And again, it just separates the space. All right, this is the next project I did. I'm going to show you some befores as I do them. This was just one of my first ones that I did. I just took some paint that I had, the same Martha Stewart paint, and just did like a crisscross pattern. I first painted it white. This door was all dark wood. See, my furniture before was dark wood, and I switched everything mostly to whites and grays. And then I just took this technique here, sprayed it, just kind of find some cute little knobs that I got from Home Goods and stuff like this. I just display like my wires and stuff like that, and old DVDs. This is one of the simple projects to do. Okay, I haven't painted in so long, so I will just kind of just practicing little techniques because everything looks a little different, but they still stay within the gray, white, monochromatic way. So basically everything is still basically gray and white. It's just different shades. This is still gray, white, and black, and this is still gray and white. So the next thing after that is just, you know, my bed is just white blush. I just keep it white, and that way we can just easily change out the pillows. And I got this really, really pretty throw, this gray throw from Home Goods. And there's my tray that I did the DIY on. This is when I first practiced the resin. This is, I spray painted the tray first. I took it apart because I didn't want anything permanent. And what I did was just add confetti. Some of the sprinkles and sparkles of the confetti. And then once I sprayed it white, added confetti, I put the resin on top. And this way, with resin, if you don't want it, you can change it. Guess what? You pour resin back on top of it again. It's no big deal. This little DIY I did the other day, I thought it was so adorable. I got this from Val. Thanks, Val, for showing me how to wrap this really fine diamond bling. And this is from Amazon. This is at Z Gallery. I was seeing like this diamond wrap around the Z Gallery glasses, but I wasn't quite sure where you get it from, and you get it from Amazon, and I'll link that. This was a Goodwill find. Just a small tray if you want to add nuts or anything to your, your table. Okay, coming across here. This was my first DIY. This was a old brown side table that you would have in your hallway or your entry level when I had my house. So I'm not going to sit there and buy new furniture, because some of the new furniture, I'm sorry guys, if you check out Home Goods and everyone else, is getting kind of flimsy. So if you have some real wood, just repaint it and repurpose it. So this piece here was brown. It was scratched up. I'll show you the before and after for that as well. I painted it, and then what I did was add trim. Again, this trim is the same one. It's a backsplash. It's glass and chrome. And again, you see how I bought my silver shiny knobs back from Home Depot, from Home Goods. So I just sprayed this a high lacquer paint. I add the backing to it, and I cut out a circle so when I have my electronics, my little portable DVD player, you don't see cords, because this didn't have a back at all. And everything you saw, you seen the wires, and we don't want to see wires everywhere. So I just got a piece of, board from Home Depot. They cut it out for me. I got a little drill, just made a little circle. Okay, now I have these pretty plaques I got. They're blinged out. I got this from Home Goods. I believe I got it maybe early in the year or last year. So it's a 3-piece. Matter of fact, no, it was a 2-piece. I think these were separate. I had this first, then I found this pair. And one thing I love about it, and also when I did a DIY of my desk, let me go back. You see this? Lit up behind my television. Now behind my television, those lights are from Amazon. They're real expensive. They're only about $20. They're not Hue Light systems, but they are like the strips that goes behind the TV. So all they do is just adhere behind the television and lights up the background. And look how it brings a sparkle around this here. And with this light here, you can change colors. So sometimes I'll just change it, depends what I'm watching on television that day. I love to paint with color. So guys, what I did with the shelf was I got this white shelf from Ikea. And I got these, like, I forgot what these are called. I will look it up. And they will, just like risers, they rise up. And that way I will put my surround sound on there. That was my sound bar, I should say. And it would lift it up. Turn it off. Okay, so now everyone was asking me about this one here, the clock. This DIY is a clock. I saw this cute, tiny little clock from Home Goods. And I'm like, oh, it's so small. And I put it on this humongous easel. And I'm like, seriously? That is just too small. So I'm like, you know what? I'll make my own clock. So I just took some board. I went to Home Depot, talked to the guys about, my vision. And I just got some board. I did a DIY on this. You guys can see it. And add some bling. This bling is just from Michael's. Make sure you get a half off because it is not cheap. This here, and I was going to actually get this for my Cornice, but, that would have been too expensive getting all these sheets. because this is not the roll. Because I sort of like this because of it's a little different. It's not the roll, it's really self-adhesive, and it comes in the sheets. This here was gifted to me from a friend from years ago. It was dark brown, so I just did some type of, you know, technique on it and just blinged out the bottom and add diamond wrap to it so it wouldn't look so dark against the mirror. And the mirror, you know, looks like it's like one piece, but it's two separate pieces. It's just an easel to hold your photos. These shelves here actually are from the Vanity. These are the top and bottom of the Vanity. I just took them off, repurposed it, and just made a shelf on both ends. This here is the highest of my DIYs, the night table. The night table, oh my God, was my Z Gallery inspired. And this was the night table that, you know, I saw it. I love Z Gallery, but you know, we can't always afford Z Gallery. So I just took this Goodwill find for $7.50, and you've seen it before, the DIY on this, and just made it, you know, gray and mirror. I love it. I did the mirror behind it, which is also a Goodwill find, and so is the lamp. The shade I did get from Marshall's. The crystal piece here is from Home Goods. And again, guys, when I did it, my dresser, I like to line it, you know, and that way with this liner, I pop it out, you know, clean it, and just put it right back. And I just keep my remotes in here. The flowers, you know, I got from Walmart. They were like this until I think my kitty got a hold of them. I think she had a fight with them because they were not spread out like this. Of course, the little sweet pea candle is from Marshall's. But this is just about all Goodwill finds here. And I have been lucky, guys. I know a lot of you guys ask me about the Goodwill finds, and wow, you find some amazing things. But again, it's a technique. It's about going to, we have like 13, I think, in my city. And I kind of go through them, you know, 3-4 days a week. And sometimes I might just get one item. Sometimes I'm checking out an item that's been there for a few days, especially one that's really close to me, like up the street. I pretty much know their inventory. Okay, so that's how come I lucked out with these. These rugs here I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. I did see some at Home Goods, but they only had one. So when I took it back, I'm like, oh man, I wanted the white rug, and guess what? Bed Bath & Beyond had it. These curtains that's flowing here in the background are Ikea's. When our IKEA first opened up here, and I do live in fabulous Las Vegas, and someone returned them. So I guess maybe they were too long, and they're gorgeous. Let me see if I can open this up. It won't be too much sun, because I do live in an area where there's plenty of sun, and I love the design of it. It just brings that light, you know, through. I painted my wall gray, and my You Are Gorgeous that I put up here. I got this from Home Goods. It's high above the bed only because the TV actually was on this wall. I usually change back and forth. The bed on one wall, the TV on one wall. That's the only two places I can go because it's so small. Okay, so I have to show you my new DIY, and this is the Cornice. This Cornice I had envisioned for about a year, and I bought it below. I bought the curtains high up because these curtains, I believe, are like 95 inches. And I just raised them because they were touching the ground, so I raised it up. And I have to come back here so you can see the Cornice. It is acrylic. I did use resin for the edges, and I used bling. Now originally I was going to use the resin to make a swoosh just like I did for my table, but then with acrylic, and this was expensive, I didn't want to chance it. So that's what I did. I just like drizzled, and you can kind of really do this with probably hot glue gun. So I just kind of like drizzle some weird like spidery patterns, so when it lights up, it doesn't look too flat. But I did want the curtain to come through. So your average cornice will be here hiding your rods, but I brought mine down and I blinged it out. You can see. And I have that bead. I got this from Hobby Lobby the other day. Half price, so I paid $5 for it. Guys, so I came back here so you can see the effect of the lights. So you know with the Hue light system, I did this before where you can change multiple colors in your system. So my Hue light system, it is similar to, you can't really see it the way I have it mounted. It's similar to the same light that I have back here is a strip. Same exact thing, but it's with the Philips Hue light system. It is controlled by your remote. It's also controlled by Alexa and I think now Google. Okay, these lights are not cheap. This one strip is 6 feet long and it is $89.99. But see, I'm a techie kind of girl, so I kind of like special effects. And you can have these things change colors. They have scenes, so if I want to watch a movie and I'm like, you know what, I'm watching a nice scary movie, I'll just change my scenery to that. And when I put it here, I put it under this. And you can see how shiny this is. Again, this is the resin. That's why it's so shiny. And I actually have the lights going under it. I don't think you can see it. And that way it'll give a glow going up. And you can see all these weird spidery type of, it kind of glistens, you know. But it doesn't overpower or overtake, you know, the room. Much as I love to do the like the white, you know, sort of waves going across, I'm like, again, I didn't want to chance it. Guys, I am back. It's a little darker because I wanted you to see the effects of the colors of my room. Right here, I have like a purple hue over here. And then when you come around, I just want you to see how this changes colors. Also with the Hue light system, there is other apps you can get with this, and this one is called Disco. I just have it going slow right now, just so you can see how it changes colors. With the Hue light system, you have over 60 million colors you can change it to. So you get to see how it just changes from one hue to another. And with this Disco app that you can purchase, you can select what colors you want to turn to. So I picked out about 8 colors. You know, you can have it go red, blue, or, you know, green, purple. So I just had it selected different colors just so you can see how it looks. And also, you know, you can have an app called if this, then that. You could download and you could trigger Alexa says, okay, Alexa, it is party time. And what it would do is have all the lights kind of like blinking and flashing. So one of the other YouTubers wants me to do a light, I guess, show, a demonstration of how the Hue lights truly work. So I will probably try to do that next week. I tried to have that one first, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So I will probably do that and just walk around and just show you how the lights come on and off, how Alexa has them come on and off, and how it just kind of flashes. So it has so many different effects. So again, guys, this is my bedroom tour, and I am so glad, and hopefully you like this. And as you can see, this is how I paint with light. It's cheaper than color. Well, maybe not. So this is your More Girl coming to you again, guys. Thanks for my new subbies, my new subscribers. I really, really appreciate you guys. And, you know, if you want to see anything else, I will put out my Goodwill haul. I try to do that at least once a week just to show you things that I'm doing. I found a new haul. You're not going to believe it. It's gorgeous. I just got to envision what I'm going to do with it. So, oh, guys, thank you again. Check me out on Instagram at moregirl42. This is your More Girl signing off. You guys have a blessed day. Goodbye.